Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and it is almost 7 a.m. Couldn't sleep, so I am doing my week ahead spread that I normally do on the Collective. If you're just tuning in, I use the deck that I used the prior week, the outgoing deck, if you will, as my week ahead spread is like a final swan song, I guess. I do the energy obstacle and advice for the week ahead. I used to just do whatever comes up, and it would always seem like it pertained to me, but here lately I've been doing for the collective. And the deck I used was my new Steampunk Fairy Tarot. And let me tell you, I had a fabulous week. I almost don't want to give it up, but I already have other decks calling me to work with it in the coming week. Today is April 6th, 2025, Sunday. I'm also using my mini Coastal Curiosities Oracle. I did draw a card from that. I have not looked at any of the cards. I did do a quick meditation before I pulled any cards. So let's get into it. So for the overall arching theme, whatever, I always pull one Oracle card, and I pulled the one with the frog on it, and it says admire. Interesting. And I heard admire your work. Interesting. If you guys know, there's been a saga going on with my job, and here lately, every time I pull cards, it's relating to a job. So, but this is like admire your something you've created. Admire that because it's a job well done kind of situation. Interesting. So for the energy of the week, I pulled the King of Pentacles, and he has not left me alone this week. Interesting. King of Pentacles. Again, I get like a boss, like someone that's over you. Maybe that's the theme of the week. Be the boss. Be the man in charge. Right? Interesting. King of Pentacles. King is cash. King of cash. King of cash. Pentacles is about monetary value, monetary gain. To me, again, this is relating to a job. So, yeah, be the boss. Again, it's to me going for that energy of being the boss or becoming the boss, getting what you want. Interesting. For the obstacle of the week, I have the Knight of Wands. Very much male energy here, but it doesn't feel like male energy. It feels like taking on this powerful role that you normally wouldn't be taking on. It's time to take on that role. Interesting. The Knight of Wands is, and he's writing, I think this card is fabulous because he's writing about a scorpion. I love it. To me, normally he's all kind of like the Knight of Swords. He's go get 'em attitude. Maybe quick to jump in and dive in and do what needs to be done without hesitation. And maybe that's the obstacle of the week, to think about it before you dive in head first. Be the boss, but think about how you're going to do the work. Interesting. And it's ironic because we have two people coming from Alameda. So if you guys know, our Alameda office shut down. It's confirmed complete shutdown at this point. Two people that work there are now, basically, they took a handful of people and put them to work from home. So, and then everybody else is gone. So two of the head people that went to work from home, that are specialists in their respective fields, are coming this week to our site. Because everybody's watching us, because we are now the only site that does soft lenses in the company. We've been struggling since we took over everything, because we don't have the manpower to get everything out the door every day like it needs to be. So we've been struggling. We're finally got the right amount of employees, but we're so far behind. And now stuff is breaking down. Power's going out. I'm telling you, it's like we're cursed. Anyway, two people are coming from Alameda this next week, Tuesday through Friday, to help us and to have, if we have any questions or anything like that. So I find that kind of interesting. That kind of weaves into the spread here. And one of them is a expert, I guess, in the big account that we took over, that I personally am the one that handles. So I will be bending her ear quite a bit. And maybe that's what it's suggesting here, is don't dive in like you're the boss. Maybe you should let them kind of stroke their ego a little bit. Let it, because they're all working from home now. They don't have an office to go to, so they're all a little upset. So maybe that's what that is. Don't dive in like you're the boss. Act like, they're the boss and you're learning from them. Maybe that's the takeaway here. Interesting. Anyway, last card is the advice for the week. I think I just got it. Seven of Cups. Wow. It goes from this manly, masculine energy to this blue, completely different color. Blue, all about the choices we make. So yeah, I feel like that's very much the answer, is to just keep my mouth shut and listen to what's going on, and not have any overpowering thoughts and opinions, and just let it ride for the 4 days, so I can learn how to do that specific job better. Interesting. Because this is being overwhelmed with choices, and that's crazy. Being overwhelmed with choices. There's a lot going on at my job right now, just because I don't know if you guys have been listening. I got promoted to basically head of shipping, even though I still report to my boss and everything else is still the same. The job I was doing was already a management position, and I just wasn't getting paid for it. I didn't have the title for it. Now I do. And I still get cringe when people say boss. I'm like, no, I'm not a boss. But I feel very much, especially with this card, is this week, I might be settling into this title, but these people that are coming are like the head honchos of things, and to listen to them. And we have all these options to do at my job. Like, I'm training two people at the same time. We have this special account that takes up half of my day. We have people running stuff, people wrapping stuff, people shipping stuff. We have another new account that my manager is handling, because I already have so much work. And she's going to be in this next week teaching me how to do that part of it. So there's a lot of balls flying in there. It isn't even about lots of choices. Not a lot about which one do I do first. It's about they all have to get done. And there's very little time in the day to get them done. Interesting. So, but I think in this respect, it comes down to, it's the choice I make in the next week to just stop and listen to what they have to say rather than interject my thoughts and opinions. Interesting. Anyway, that's all I got. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you guys are alerted to any other videos. And you have a good afternoon.